Hello everyone. So today's topic is EFS. So what is EFS? Amazon EFS. Amazon EFS is Elastic File System. It is a file system storage service for Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud, means EC2 instances. So it is much similar to EBS, except in EBS you can only mount your virtual disk to one EC2 instance only. You cannot have two EC2 instances sharing an EBS volume, whereas EFS can be shared between two EC2s. Amazon EFS is easy to use and provides a simple interface that allows you to create and configure file systems quickly and easily. With Amazon EFS, storage capacity is elastic, growing and shrinking automatically as you add and remove files so that your applications have the storage they need when they need it. So if you provision an EFS instance, it will grow automatically as and when needed. So let's go ahead and create an EFS instance and mount it to EC2 instances. So let's log into the AWS console. So here we are in our AWS console. Let's go ahead and create an EFS instance. So where should be that EFS volume? It should be in storage, as you can see in here. So let's go to the EFS. So here we are in here, and let's create a file system. As you can see in here, the pricing is $0.08 per GB. Pricing in US is North Virginia region assumes 80% of your storage in EFS IA. And if you can learn more, you can go and check this the link, and you can see how they charge. So let's go ahead and create a file system first. Let's take our default. Let's give our region as London, and you can see in here previously there were many availability zones as per North Virginia. In London we have 3 availability zones, and all the availability zones are present in here. Let's keep our VPC default VPC, and Amazon if EFS file system is accessed by EC2 instances running inside one of your VPCs. Instances connect to a file system by using a network interface called a mount target. Each mount target has an IP address which we assign automatically, or you can specify. And here are the mount targets. These mount targets reside in the availability zones present in this region. So let's go to the next step. You can add tags if required. Let's give the name as whatever you can, EFS, my EFS. This is new policy in lifecycle management policy which has been introduced currently. So as you can see in here, you can save much of your billings by this is similar to what we have seen in S3 lifecycle management policy, where we can if any files in this storage is not being accessed for more than some days, those will be transferred to infrequently accessed storage class, as you can see in here. Based on the policy, you choose any files in your file system that are not accessed for a period of time will automatically move to the EFS IA. So here you can take 7 days, 14 days, 30, like this. You can choose the throughput mode, whether it should be bursting or problem. Let's keep it as the default one. The performance mode is general purpose. Let's keep it. Enable encryption. Let's keep it like this, and next. So we are reviewing it, everything is fine in here, and create the file system. Now this will take some time to create, and this the mount target, as you can see in my pointer where I am pointing out, this one right now it is creating, and it will be available. Once it is available, then we can go ahead. So in the meanwhile, let's create two EC2 instances. So from go to compute, click on EC2. So we don't have any running EC2 instances, anything. Launch instance. Let's go ahead with Linux A2. This is the free tier eligible. Number of instances, we need to create two number of instances. And in this, can you add in here? See, we can add it directly, but we won't be going ahead with this. My EFS, we will add it in the latter phase of time. Let's I'm not sure whether I have in any of my videos I have shown you about the bootstrap script. So let's go ahead with the bootstrap script. What will it do? Bin bash. Let's update the yum update, then install Apache. Start Apache services. When, if by any chance somehow the system gets rebooted, or it means anything, any mishap happens in the system and it starts again, the Apache services will be starting on with, if you keep this check config on. Then install Amazon EFS Utils. Okay. Next, add storage. So we have this. We can add new volumes from here, but I'll go ahead with this. Add tags. I'm not adding any tags. Security groups. So I do not have, I have deleted my security groups actually. So let me create one security group in here, or else I'll create one. I'll just pause the video and create one security group first, or else I'll create in here itself. Launch wizard, my infra DMZ. SSH HTTP. So this is done. So review and launch. Launch. Choose an existing key pair. So I must have deleted my key pairs also. So create a new key pair. Now launch it. So currently this is being launching, and let's see in the meanwhile in the EFS. So if you click in here, so these are available right now. If you go ahead with, if you here you will get all the information how to mount an EFS instance to your EC2 EFS volume to your EC2 instance. So you can see in here we have already given this in the Bootstrap script. We will go ahead with this one for encryption, means so that we keep the files in an encrypted format and not with this one. So first of all, let's go ahead and check our EC2 instances whether they have been created or not by now. Running instances are 2, so this should be created by now, and these are running. And let's go take our, let's log into one of the this EC2 instances, but before that we need to create the ppk file. And launch our EC2 instance user @ these things I have already shown you how to do it. This is the first time it's launching, so it's caching. So we are in here, and it didn't ask for any updates. And let me see whether my directory got created or not. Yes, it is created. So let's log into my other instance the same way. Let's log in as root, and let's see whether my directory has been created or not. So this is, it's been created out here. So my HTTP service is running. So you can also check like from here. So this is running in here. So my Bootstrap script is well and good. So what should be my next step? My next step is to mount my EFS instance. And how do we do it? As you can see in here, let's copy paste. So go in here, copy this. I do not need to sudo because I am already in root. It's my bad. It should not take more than some seconds, and if it should this should not be working right now. I need to change the my security group permissions and all, before which it won't be working actually. That's why it's taking this much time. So if you remember, this is the group default security group which we provisioned for our EFS file system, but you can also go ahead and we can cross verify it from here. So you can see in here. So let's go ahead. Let's go to my security groups, and you can see the same is mentioned in here, and this is my web infra DMZ which is available. I need to properly mount it and everything be done properly, but it should go ahead with my the security group should pass through the NFS through NFS port. So that should be open for me to go ahead. So I need to, this is my security group for my EC2 instances. This should pass through the NFS port range which is 2049 for my default VPC security group. And I forward to means this rule should also be present. So right now it's fine. So let's go ahead and try mounting it right now. So let's see whether how much time it takes. It should not take more than some minutes, and this is done in here. Let's mount it here also, and it is also mounted in here. So I can see my HTML directory in here. So let's go to my HTML directory, and there's no file present in here. So let's create a file, nano index.html. My session got disconnected somehow, so I'll try logging in again. Let's go to HTML. Let's remove it first. and in here let's create a let's just touch index.html. Let's go to my HTML directory. See, it's been created and nothing is in there, nothing is in here. So from this window I will input something in my, I will write a script, HTML script. HTML body, is the header, hello infra experts, let me go to my is running instances and check whether my web server is currently running or not. And yes, it is running from here. It is running from here. And is it running from here or not? Yes, this is also running from in here. So as you can see, I edited it in this one, so this should be visible from here also, and it has been visible from here. And I will edit in here. Please subscribe if you do like, and let me check whether this has been reflected in here also or not. First of all, let me check in here. So this is in here and the same is been reflected here, and let me just refresh the same. You can see it is done. So the index file will be seen from the other EC2 instance too, and if the EFS is mounted on both the instances. So what are the special features of EFS? It supports network file system NFS v4 protocol. You only pay for the storage you use. No pre-provisioning is required. It can scale up to petabytes. It can support thousands of concurrent NFS connections. Data is stored across multiple availability zones within a region, and it also has read after write consistency. EFS is a block based storage as compared to S3, which is an object based storage. You should remember this. And we can that is the reason why we can share EFS with other EC2 instances. And EFS was first built in Oregon region. You need to remember this. And the permissions can also be restricted over file level and also over directory level. So that is all about EFS. Going ahead, I will delete my EFS volume, so that I am not getting overcharged for this training videos and all. Also, I will be I will be deleting my EC2 volume also. That is all about EFS. Please do like and subscribe. If you like my work, if you like my videos, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Thanks a lot.